What's going on, guys? Ethan James here. We're watching some more videos. This one, The Founders Were Wrong by Nick Fuentes. He took some heat for a really bad L, honestly. It was a really bad take. But he's still a really smart guy, and hearing him on these topics is like, he is like the elite of Catholics, I would say. It's really interesting, or at least just like the most conscientious as it comes to dogma and Catholic belief. And then Joel Webbin, I just love, he's done a great job. He's very well-spoken, well-spoken, but strong, firm, good questions, clever, on point. So really been enjoying this. We're going to go ahead and hop into it, and I'm going to try and do it with limited interruptions.
You know, when you say that you're an American patriot or America first, we do sort of like deify the founding fathers. Yeah. And I see a lot of Protestants do this also. In Washington on the National Mall, they're literally like pagan gods. It's like statues of them like Zeus. And it's literally designed to be like Zeus or like Apollo.
Nutricell, powering the new Christian
if that was the intent about it.
Congress shall make. Like, I don't think we should have a federal church in America. Mm-hmm. But there's actually, I mean, even the 13 colonies, they all had state churches. So there's technically nothing constitutional against Texas having a state church, you know, and Pennsylvania having a state church. Even with the First Amendment, there's nothing against that. Congress can't do this. But my point is the fact that that's so easily misinterpreted now. Right. People don't even have the context for authorial intent, and they literally think like what was in the mind of George Washington was carving out a space for voodoo. It's like people literally think that.
Right.
Like, that's what makes America so great. So even if it wasn't their intent, they left the door open for where we are today. And you can go back and argue till you're blue in the face, but this is what they meant. This is what they meant. At a certain level, though, you might just have to say, well, they were wrong.
Yeah.
They were wrong. And just because they were wrong then doesn't mean we have to be wrong forever. We actually can.
Really hard for a lot of people to hear.
we love the founders in many ways, Amen. But also Benjamin Franklin was he was a degenerate, you know, and Thomas Jefferson was ripping out, you know, pages of the Bible. Like these guys were not perfect men.
Right. And I love that because, you know, when you say that you're an American patriot or America first, we do sort of like deify the founding fathers. Yeah. And I see a lot of Protestants do this also. In Washington on the National Mall, they're literally like pagan gods. It's like statues of them like Zeus. And it's literally designed to be like Zeus or like Apollo. And I love that because it's like, yeah, they were fallible. They were flawed. They actually were not God. And they are not saints, and they weren't perfect.
Well,
and
maybe they were saints,
you know,
but
like
they're
you
not
said,
perfect.
the seeds, the germ of it was kind of there from the beginning. And
limited
now
knowledge,
we have this prospect kind of getting back to the orcs versus the elves and the hobbits, or the elves and the dwarves, or all three, or whatever. Now we have a situation where you could have, like in New York, a Muslim mayor of the city, and, you know, talking about Jewish people running for president, and a prospect of maybe a secular person. What even do they believe in? I mean, can a person even truly, that's like you said, secularism can be like a substitute for religion, but if you're not serving any God, maybe you're serving the devil. Yeah. And that's kind of who we might have running our country. And if you think of the leader of the country as the father of the nation, the country as a unit, it all proceeds from the top. So this has given way to it. It's a huge opening for error and for problems. And on some level, if you just believe in Americanism or the American ideology, what even could you say against that? You know, could you say it would be arbitrary? Muslims should not be president. Jews should not be president. What about senator? What about Supreme Court? Can they write the laws, enforce the laws, interpret the laws? Where does it begin? Where does it end? And who's to say who's allowed and who isn't? And I think anyone on some level would recognize it's not American. It's also not right that we have like polytheistic gods. They're building giant statues of them all over our country. Houston. Are we going to live in a giant Diwali festival
that makes me crazy,
until the end of time? Like,
we
no.
Have one in Houston. It's like our city. Well, it's actually in Sugarland. Yeah, and it's huge. It's like this image of a golden monkey or something like that. It's a Hindu god temple. And it's like we have actual idolatry in our city, and we're worried about whether we think we're spending too much time on our phones, although that is a problem. Your kids should not be on the phone. You should be teaching your children. You should be discipling your children. But yeah, I mean, idolatry is before us. It's actually how it was stated in the Bible, right? They made images and worship gods.
That's not Western. It's not American. That's not Christian. It's not right. It's not the truth. And so there needs to be some recognition that has to go in reverse, and it has to go towards an explicit identification of America
certainly
as a Christian nation. And I think the basics are, getting back to the Catholic Protestant unity, we believe in Jesus Christ. We believe Catholic in his resurrection. Protestant we believe in the Gospels. That's who we are. And
we do have more.
That's what our country's going to be.
We
and
share Christ
if you don't like
common.
It, leave. And you can't have any
difference
authority over us. If you're not a Christian,
then you're a guest.
Exactly. And
behave like one.
Behave like one, and you have no authority over Christians, over a Christian country, if that's not your creed.
Amen to that. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like and a follow if you would. I love seeing it. It's really encouraging. I hope you enjoyed it. May you bless the Lord, and may he bless you and keep you.